Hello, I'm Scott Hammond from INSEAD Communications, and it's my great pleasure today to welcome two deans of two very notable business schools, one of them being our own, INSEAD, Dean Frank Brown, but even more special today, more exceptional for us, is the presence of Dean Yingyi Qian from Tsinghua University in China, the Dean of the School of Economics and Management in Beijing, with which INSEAD has a very, very productive and powerful partnership. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'd like to start, if I could, with you, Dean Qian. You are an economist by training, not primarily first a school administrator, I imagine. Could you just give us a little bit of background on your academic side? I've read that you taught in the United States as well.
I actually did my undergraduate work at Tsinghua University, and then I went to the US for graduate education and got my PhD in economics from Harvard. And then I taught in the US for the next 15 years or more, and at several universities, at Stanford, Maryland, and Berkeley.
And what was your motivation for going back to China?
One is that my research interest in economics has always been on China's economic reform and development. So even though I was in the US, I kept contact with the Chinese scholars who study China's economy. So I went back to China every year to collect materials and data to study China's economy. Second, I'm the alum of Tsinghua University. So it's an honor for me to go back to my alma mater to work there.
Well, it's certainly, from the INSEAD point of view, a great honor to be associated with your institution. Frank, maybe you could give us a few words about the history of that and our interest in Tsinghua.
Well, we started our partnership just over a year ago, actually coming up on 18 months now, in an executive MBA program. So we have a joint degree, Tsinghua INSEAD Executive MBA, which is very interesting and unique because it's over 18 months and it's done in 4 different locations, being Shanghai, Beijing, Singapore, and now exceptionally Abu Dhabi. And I guess it's 5 locations because there's also a module here in Fontainebleau. And the other thing, it's relatively unique, I think, because it's only, even though the program is based in China, it's only 25% Chinese nationals. So we at INSEAD love to say everything is diverse, and this program is no different. And it's really been a very, very good partnership for us because it's a real joint effort in terms of marketing, in terms of the actual pedagogical content of the program.
I think this is a very exciting program. I personally, I met Frank about 2 years ago. A year and a half ago, we started this program. We held a joint news conference, I still remember, 2000 November. And now, last Friday, we opened the second cohort. And the students are fantastic.
Chinese educational system is obviously very, very different at some fundamental levels with what we think of as Western education. Are there problems, conflicts involved in bringing the two together?
You have to work hard to change some ways that how the education is delivered, that's for sure. But the Chinese system also gives you the flexibility of doing things, in particular when a foreign partner is involved.
The way we both approach it, both institutions approach it, is the ideal that we're trying to achieve and the program itself will carry the day. So I think both institutions have a can-do attitude, and we don't let things that could be stumbling blocks get in the way. And I think that has really carried us through thus far.
Also, we are also flexible to accommodate things to fit the current rules. For example, the Chinese regulation requires a little bit longer, at least 18 months. So then we accommodate to that, but use the extra time for something interesting.
Yes.
So that's something that, so it's a really, you have to work with the current rules.
The opportunity for someone to participate in this program is an opportunity to see two sides of the world that are very interdependent now, much more than they were in the past. Is the fact that the Chinese economy is now so heavily engaged with the Western economy an advantage to people in this program?
Absolutely true, because this program, I talked to some students. Some of the students, they are Europeans, but then working in China in multinational firms, or some Chinese, they are working in overseas assignments. All of those would be impossible, say, 10 years ago at that scale. Now, only as Frank mentioned, only at 25%. Yeah. The same for the first class, the same for the second class. Only 25% of students are really Chinese. All others from Singapore, from Europe, from the US, from other parts of the world. So all of those, and also the reason that those people coming to this program is because they know that INSEAD, the quality of INSEAD, and the reputation of Tsinghua in China, above all, the dynamic, the rapid growth of China's economy.
This program, like many other MBA, executive MBA programs, the spirit is that the participants learn from each other. So the reason you really focus on the cohort, the quality, the diversity, not only the diversity of culture, but the diversity of work experience and the like, they get so much from each other. I did meet with the first cohort in Abu Dhabi and spoke to them about leadership for a while, and I was really impressed with the questions, with the level of engagement and the depth that they appear to know each other. You can tell that they're getting so much more out of it than just the educational experience. It's a real life experience.
Tell me about the future. Do you think this is going to grow? Is it going to grow numerically? Is it going to grow in depth in terms of the curriculum? How do you see it evolving?
We want to grow this program, the joint executive MBA, but we also want to grow the relationship between the two institutions. So the most important thing to any academic institution is the faculty. And one of the things we're looking for is opportunities for our faculty to work together, joint research, doing mentoring, teaching in programs together, things of that nature.
This is my first visit to INSEAD, and I talked to several faculty members here, and all we agree to expand our relationship beyond executive MBA, such as faculty exchange, such as collaborative research work, or a joint executive education, and many other things. So this will be, I believe, the beginning of our deeper and relationship, and there will be a bright future ahead of us.
Absolutely.
Is this something that in China that you see that other institutions may be copying, trying to duplicate?
Put this way, many Chinese institutions are doing a lot of things similar, that is, try to collaborate with foreign or international schools, but none of them get into this level and this deep.
It's pretty hard to do programs in 5 places. 5 countries, 3 or 4 continents. And I think the spirit of the two institutions is that we're up for it. And that's the faculty, that's the staff, and most importantly, the participants.
Among the top business schools in the world, the INSEAD is the only one that has 2 real campuses and have faculty members in each place. And moreover, is able to run both effectively. So this is really very unique. And Tsinghua, one of the our advantage is that we are very capable, we are very able to execute in terms of execution and so therefore implementation. So 2 of us come together, and the last a year and a half shows that we've done quite well.
Well, thank you very much, both of you. For those who are listening to this conversation and would like to know more about the Tsinghua INSEAD partnership, there is plenty of information on our respective websites. Thanks again for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you.